Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother once again coming at you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the whole world, listen to me, the whole world is living under the Adam and Eve syndrome. It is living under the sin syndrome. Okay? And it is living under the disobedience syndrome. Humanity has chosen to remain to the left, has chosen to remain living this unfortunate reality. Instead of doing what Christ taught us to do. We all claim to believe in God, but only in our ways, the way that is convenient to us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the problem, okay? See, when you believe in Christ, or for that matter, if you believe in God, right? Or for that matter, any God, for your own convenience, you don't believe in anything. Okay? So, you really don't have any foundations. There's no foundations to your beliefs. Okay? Your beliefs are meaningless. Now you see why America, and I've been telling you this for the longest, that America is the most naive nation upon this planet. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. How can people be so naive and so crazy to justify having people to come in this country, in this land, illegally, and justifying by saying crazy things such as, well, this land used to belong to the Mexicans. Well, this land used to belong to the Native Americans too. Okay? But you don't see them protesting the way they're doing. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it straight. The reality is, see, these people were not brought here. The south border wasn't open for Biden's agenda, so that they can become legal registered voters. No, ladies and gentlemen, that is a lie. Okay? The reason these people were brought here is for the same exact psychological game that they are of what is happening. For the same results that have resulted in all of this people rising up and protesting and looting stores to bring chaos to America. Okay, because remember, America is the second beast. Whether you want to believe it or not, the second beast mentioned in the Bible, she's also the daughter of Babylon, and she's also called Babylon. She's the modern day spiritual Egypt. Okay? Because the first beast and the mother of harlots is the Roman Catholic Church. We all know that. So, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, okay, don't go to these protests all over the planet. No kings day or whatever. Okay, let me once again, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, please do not forget to take a look at the links that I will share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why the people that were brought here to America They were not here to vote because people's votes don't count. You understand? Your votes don't count. See, what people find themselves in, again, a psychological operation. America has been worked psychologically. In fact, she's the second beast. That says it all. See, that's like you fighting the Matrix, like let's say in the movie, the Matrix, right? Fighting the Matrix by helping the Matrix. You expecting, you go on the street and you go, no justice, no peace. Does men even know the meaning of justice? This whole system is rotten to the core. Do not try to bring any changes to this beast system that we live under, and it's going to intensify very, very soon. Okay? So, please, come out of this Adam and Eve syndrome. Come out of this sinful syndrome, and come out of this disobedience syndrome that the whole world is living. See, the whole world is on this side, to the left, right? To the left. And I don't mean it as a political I don't mean it as a political meaning. No. Because I don't vote at all. Okay, you understand? I don't vote because I woke up years ago. Okay? So let's get that straight out of the way. I'm not here for the left or the right or the red or the blue. No. I don't vote. The whole world is to the left. The left means evil. The whole world finds itself here. And if you become part of this system and you attach yourself to this system, then you are subjected to the system, and you are to be ruled by the system. Okay? So let's get that straight. Okay? Give Caesar what is Caesar's, and God what is God. So this whole world is expecting to a change, but instead they're going to find themselves in a much, much worse situation. They're asking for the system for change, for justice, to feel sorry for these illegal aliens. You know what is happening, right? What did I just say? The disobedience syndrome. The whole world is disobeying these 10 commandments. All of them. So this whole world, including the political leaders, your entertainment industry, actors and actresses and singers, they are all compromised by the big boss whose name is Satan. Whether you want to believe it or not, I don't care. Another thing is, when you subscribe to this channel, let me say this before I forget. When you subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen, please do not intend to unsubscribe again. Because if you do, and you can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you. The minute you do that, the devil will come after you even harder. Why? Because now he knows that you are confused. Because what I bring to you is the reality, is the truth of all things. And if you have questions or comments, bring it. I will answer for you. Okay? So please, America is being destroyed before your eyes. What do? Instead of looking for God, instead of praying to God, instead of obeying the Ten Commandments. You go out there and what? You ask for people to be violent, okay? Without telling, without telling them directly, but that's exactly what you do. And this is what happened in Minnesota, okay? A politician, a congresswoman, and her husband were killed, ladies and gentlemen. Now you may say, well, Reuben, why did God allow that? Well, let me tell you why she killed. She went against the grain. She went against the system. Once you go against the system, ladies and gentlemen, this big mafia, you're dead. Why? These people don't have regard for the unborn in a woman's womb. What do you think they're gonna have regard for you if you go against them? So they were set up and they were killed. And the gentleman that killed once worked for the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? Are you understanding the gravity, the extent of the evil grabs throughout this whole earth, throughout this whole flat earth of ours? Or are you trying to pretend? Do you think that by you going out there protesting, okay? You think by you going upstairs, these people will give a damn about you? They kill their own, as we saw in Minnesota. Okay? They don't have any, there's no regret in their hearts. Now, supposedly, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Walz is in hiding. I doubt it because the evil ones will never tell on each other. But he's hiding because he knows he's compromised too. And that's what the devil does. He makes a deal with you, then he destroys you. He hates humanity. Okay? So anyway. So, as long as you stay under this disobedient consciousness, the Adam and Eve consciousness, Adam and Eve syndrome, to the left, this whole world is under. That's why this whole world is killing itself. I mean, look at it, that it was prophesied. Look at Israel and Iran. They both worship the same demon. So what does the devil does? Put them against each other. They always been supposedly enemies. And now there's killing on both sides. Okay? I'm sorry to tell you, your Pride celebration for this month would have to take a backseat in Tel Aviv. You're going to have to go someplace else. The Holy Land, ladies and gentlemen, is used as the greatest LGBTQRS, okay, the greatest pride nation it's an abomination, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the Jewish people, they worship their gods. Okay, in fact, they've been waiting for the rabbi for the longest. The Muslims have been waiting for their God as well. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, when you worship the same demons, what do you think gangs do? You think there's one gang more angelic than the other? Like, for instance, let's go to Chicago. You think that gangsters' disciples are more pure and more nicer than the Bloods, the Crips, which, by the way, was created by the system that have worked America. so that these brothers kill each other. And look at them. I know. Please believe me. Again, I swear to you, and I put my hand on the Bible, that I used to be a drug trafficker. And that's where I knew, that's where I found out that the drugs, and because we sold to DEA agents. We used to make deals with them. That's how I knew that these people, that's how I found out, came to know that they are the ones that bring drugs to our community to keep us fighting one another and killing one another. And ever since the time of what? That guy back in the 1940s in I forgot his name. I always forget his name for some reason. Okay, that was in Alcatraz too. Oh man. Anyway, you know who I'm talking. So that spirit, the demons have remained there in Chicago, working the masses. And the people that actually worship these demons have made sure that they always bring those ingredient, which is drugs, ladies and gentlemen, to our community, specifically to our community. Okay, because the people that consume, they have to come to our community, you see. Anyway, so here we go. Okay, so this is the reason humanity have been destroying itself by any means necessary throughout its history. Okay, for he has chosen to keep living under these three paths: the Adam and Eve syndrome, the sin syndrome, the sinful syndrome, and the disobedience syndrome. He has chosen to keep living under this path through its orders, and they have established orders in the government institutions such as religions that enslave the people, keeping docile and easy to control. 2, and by the way, witchcraft came from religion. 2, political system, political ideologies such as communism, socialism, capitalism, Marxism, etc., etc. Number 3, the scientific and medical communities. 4, the brainwashing, indoctrination, the education system. None of them have worked. No wonder they're talking about a new world order, because this old order, ladies and gentlemen, has definitely not worked at all. Okay, he hasn't worked at all. Okay, we have this is like one of those Houston, we have a problem moment. So some people don't know what to believe anymore. Religion is the reason. Tea is the season why there's so much atheism in the world, because people have awakened from the religious game played by the game master. The political system, people know, and I show you. That's why when you, for instance, and I'm going to show you once again what Dan Bongino used to say about the Epstein files, and look what he says now. Okay? I mean, you all know. And then you have P. Diddy, the baby oil parties and the satanic rituals and all of that. And now you have this protests all over the United States. Idaho, Utah, Chicago, LA, New York, all over. So that this government, that we have in place, which I told you was going to be the last, he's going to be the last president before America goes down. Because if you think that 2025 has been a bad year and it will continue to get worse, then you're not ready. You might as well hang yourself, because then you're not ready for what you are going to see in 2026. It's not going to be a happy new year. Ladies and gentlemen, you name it. Everywhere you turn, everything is a freaking light up on this planet. Because the very foundation of our very being is Allah. Here's what I mean. When we chose to fall into the devil's manipulation, our first mother Eve, once we did that, it was all downhill, and it has been downhill from there. So let me just read a couple of verses so that you know I'm not here to make a joke out of this. And those people that have subscribed to my channel and decided to unsubscribe, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But if you already know the truth, then you're not coming back. What are you going to tell God in the coming judgment upon this? Oh, I heard that, but I didn't want to believe it anymore. This is not a matter of belief. I'm not telling you to believe in me or believe in anything. What I'm telling you is to believe in the truth, in the reality, the only reality that there is, which is the God reality. The one that made Moses write these 10 commandments and live them. And know that the Israelites that are in the Holy Land are fake ones. They don't even believe in Christ. So how can you think that they are the real Israelites? Anyway, 9. Job chapter 9. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it?" And you expecting this government this system to give you justice? Are you freaking kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. Please do not take offense of the fact that I'm been telling you that the United States of America is the most naive nation upon this planet. Do not take offense to that. I know the truth hurts, but we need to see who we are, how rotten we have become in order to change. Okay? And we can be so easily manipulated, worse than our mother was, because now you have masters in these last days manipulating everything, right? All right, let us go to Matthew. Matthew 16. Matthew 16. Matthew 16, verse 24 says, "Then said Christ unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." You see? So we must recognize, we must admit that we have a problem. What is the meaning of craziness? To keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect changes. That's how crazy we have become. The family unit has been completely destroyed because we keep living under this three syndromes that I explained to you, which is a different realities. We live under two realities. You got the God reality, which is on the right. In fact, once you come out of this bubble, this left bubble, and you come out, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be, everything is not going to be sweet on your way to God, because God always what? Test his soldiers and servants. I mean, look what Job, I just read to you Job. You look what he went through. And he passed the test with flying colors. And he was blessed twice. Okay, so we need to deny ourselves. But in fact, we go around and say what? No King's Day. What? Don't you see that they are agitators? They are instigators from your own agency, the CIA, the FBI, and international agitators. And you have fallen for this. And then you have the media that work with the CIA. In fact, have you heard Mockingbird? Have you heard of that term? You probably haven't. It's a shame. The power that you have on your phone and you don't see it. Okay? Now let us go to, and then I'm done. Just bear with me. Let us go once again to wow, already 28. Revelation, the last book of the Bible, chapter 6, verse 12. No, that's not it. It's Ephesians, I'm sorry. Ephesians chapter 6, Ephesians verse 12. Okay? Listen to me. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So your fight is not against you. Your fight is not against the government. No justice, no peace. We don't fight. Our fight is not against flesh and blood. This is a spiritual battle, ladies and gentlemen, that it has come to its final culmination in this very last day that we're living on this human system. Okay, this is the last humanity as we know it. Okay, and if you want to be saved out of this madness, do not be part of the madness. Okay, and once again, why did God allow this lady to be killed in Minnesota? This congresswoman and her husband, because she was part of the system. Once you are part of the system, you belong to them. It is a gang, remember. And she came out voting against the illegal aliens getting free medical assistance from the state of Minnesota. You understand? The Democratic Party has gone off of a ledge. They're never going to be in power. And they know it. Because the system, the one that controls the money, have chosen Mr. Donald J. Trump. And that's not his real name. Remember, Google it. Okay? This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's saying, well, America is a nation of immigrants. And no, yeah, of legal immigrants, not illegal immigrants. And this is where you are so confused, because you have been brainwashed to believe otherwise. Again, you, America, is the most naive nation upon this planet. And you will pay dearly. I mean, you talk about people dying left and right now. Just wait. People are going to be dropping dead by the millions right here in America. And by the way, that's not counting the fact that the meats are on their way. Iranian will be here. In fact, they have cells over here ready to move on America. With a move worse than 9/11. Being helped by your own government. People are selling their souls to the devil to be saved. Is every man for themselves? Well, I'm here to tell you that the only way to be saved is through Christ, and by establishing a strong relationship with our Creator and our Mother, who is Rawak, which is the Spirit, the breath of life, the giver of life is our Mother. Okay? Rawak, which in Hebrew, that's how it says in Hebrew, which means air, oxygen. When we die, that spirit goes back to her who gave it. This body goes back into the dust. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen.